Anyways, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thank for holding this hearing. It's such an important hearing, and I want to thank the witnesses. Look, we got to get our arms around this, and I want to talk a little bit, but again, I just want to have you guys touch on some of the facts, and then I want to talk about a bill that I had just passed the Senate right before Christmas. We're trying to get the House to pass it, and it's, I think, an important step on one element of trying to address this. But you saw in 2021, the Surgeon General released an advisory report on youth mental health that said, that cited a 2019 study that found 1 in 3 high school students and half of female students in America reported persistent feelings of sadness and hopelessness, an overall increase of 40% from 2009, so in 10 years. So you guys are all experts. Do any of you think that that is not directly related to the rise of online, young Americans staring at their iPhones 5 hours, 6 hours a day? Aren't those completely correlated? I mean, there's just no doubt, right? Does everybody say yes on that? Okay, I would agree. And then next, can't we also conclude, and we've held numerous hearings in this committee, that the platforms know this, the big tech companies know this, and they have not sufficiently protected minors on their own through their own actions. Isn't that another conclusion we can just definitively, you guys are experts, so we've had many hearings here.
Yes.
So one thing that I had a bill pass the Senate right before Christmas. It's called Ads for Mental Health. And the idea here is that, as you probably all know, the FCC requires television and radio broadcasters to have public service announcements on the airwaves because they get a license from the federal government for the use of those airwaves. So we say, hey, you should be doing something positive, public service announcements. Now, on the internet, there's no such requirement, and none of that happens, okay? So my bill is the first of what I'm hoping is 2 steps. One, it just requires a reporting for online advertisers to report back to us saying, hey, here's how much we spend on public service announcements to help with mental health or eating disorders or something like that. Now, I pretty much anticipating that the number is going to be 0, okay, because they're not doing that. And maybe it isn't, so that's what we're going to find out. But it's also meant to encourage them to kind of get off their fannies and say, hey, if you know this and you're not doing enough, maybe starting to put public service announcements that are positive, that can help young people, is something you guys need to do voluntarily, quit pretty quick. You got a lot of money, some of the richest companies on the planet, or else step 2 is going to be us mandating that they do it. The way we mandate, the way the FCC mandates television and broadcast and radio stations to do it. So I want to get your sense on what you think of this plan, because it's already moving. The House is probably going to pass my bill soon, and that's step 1. What have you done? The answer is probably going to be not a lot. Okay, then we're going to say step 2. Okay, then we're going to mandate the way we do television stations and others. So what do you guys think of that real quick? I know I'm almost running out of time, but it's an idea. It's not going to solve everything, but it could help. And they need skin in the game. And it's one element of a policy action that I think can matter. I'll just throw it out to all you guys.
I think it's great. I think you should involve youth in planning some of the design of these PSAs and look at
agree more, by the way.
New Zealand's Keep It Real Online campaign, which uses humor to address some of these really stigmatized topics like online predators.
Great. Other witnesses have a view on this as we're looking to move forward in this direction. The Senate's already passed my bill, and so, but we'll have round two here soon if we hear that, and expect that they haven't really done much of all.
Like you said, it's a shot over the bow, and anything that gets them waking up saying, we're paying attention now. It's no more free game. It's a great move.
I agree.
Others?
I agree.
I would say yes, except I don't want that to replace what we've been discussing about minors should not be on these apps to begin with.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. This is just a suite of policy initiatives. Absolutely.
Great.
Great. Thank you.
And
Go ahead.
maybe that speaks to what we were talking about earlier with the educational side. How do we get parents to recognize some of this? Maybe if those ads are geared towards parents, that becomes an avenue for that kind of thing as well.
Good. Well, if you have other ideas, please submit them for the record, but this is one path that the Senate's already going down. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank